Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a makeup look. Everything in this video is from one brand and one brand only, and a brand that is actually coming out with so much stuff. So I'm excited to share everything in this video. We're going to try some stuff out again. There's some things in here that I know I love, some things that are new to me that I bought just for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's go ahead and hop on into it. So I'm excited to dive in and really put everything on. It's been a minute since I've even used this foundation, so I was curious how I feel about it now. I think I wasn't obsessed with it when I first tried it, like years ago whenever it came out, but it's been a minute. We're gonna give it a go. We also have the concealer, blush, bronzer, highlighter. Do we have, yeah, we have highlighter, under eye products, primers. I mean, we have a full face here, and that's our goal. First off, we are gonna start off with something I'm a little bit nervous to try. It's the Soft Glam Foam Primer. And basically it says it's a hydrating formula that provides a fresh, radiant finish while prolonging makeup wear. It's enriched with glycerin and cranberry extract. You apply 1 to 2 pumps evenly to the face. It's okay for sensitive skin, We're just gonna give it a shot. It looks a little bit thick. I'm a little nervous because it is more hydrating. I need more pore filling than I do hydrating. I had the mattifying blur primer that they just came out with, and now I can't find it. So we're just gonna go in with this one. It's a foam primer, so basically it's gonna just come out like a foam. See that? Very interesting. Who else came out with a foam primer? Was it Milk Makeup? I have no idea. I'm surprised that it's heavily scented. Like, it smells good. It doesn't smell bad at all. I'm just surprised that for something that's heavily scented, it's okay for sensitive skin, like it's approved for sensitive skin. But I do feel like it feels really good. It definitely gave me a glow to the skin, which I like. And I'm gonna let that kind of sit for a second, let it get a little bit tacky before we go into our foundation, which for foundation, we're gonna be using the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. Hyaluronic acid, long wear, it's supposed to be smudge proof. It says hydrating foundation, but it leaves a natural matte finish. I know I've tried this foundation before, and I probably went through that same scenario in my head, like hydrating foundation, natural matte finish. But it says medium to high coverage with a comfortable skin feeling, dermatologically approved. So we're gonna test this one out. The shade I have here, which I just self-tanned a little bit last night, is Neutral Hazel. All right, let's see. Oh, there we go. So there's the foundation right there. It's a little bit thicker, which is fine. I don't mind a thick foundation. One thing about me, that don't bother me. And I'm going to work this into my skin. So far, it is looking really good. And I really hope everything turns out well because I gotta wear this all day. And I would really like for it, ooh, wait. Hold on, I gotta zoom in, don't yell at me. This is looking really nice, especially with the hydrating primer underneath. Sorry, friends. Yeah, there you go. A little before and after. I think that looks great. I feel like it's definitely setting into the skin really nicely, and it has that hint of glow from the primer, but the primer's not making it greasy or overly dewy, like to where it feels uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Like this primer did set very well on the skin. Even though it looks glassy, it's not like a film, you know what I'm saying? It's just more of like a tackier glow. Telling you, if you love glowy primers, you're gonna love this. But it's looking really good on my skin. The only thing I do wish I had is the pore filling primer. I just don't have that on hand. I do have one with me. I have like this little Smashbox photo finish one, but I was like, no, we're gonna keep it nothing over $10 today. I do feel like you kind of have to work a little bit quickly with it. I don't know if that's the foundation or the primer. I feel like it's just setting a little bit quicker. So I am kind of trying to get this on as quick as possible. And again, I'm stamping it into my skin as well as trying to blend it out really, really well. My pores not being filled in, like with a primer, it doesn't look bad. Pores are never going to just like disappear with foundation, but you just want to find things that help like fill them, smooth them out, stuff like that. I feel like this looks really great. And I feel like the primer surprisingly did very well. Just kind of keeping me a little bit more dewy, natural, and it just, they both work really well together. So this little combo is nice. This one I personally have and have used a ton. It is so good for $8. You can mix and match the shades. You can kind of just do whatever you want to do with them. This one is the Blush Blindness. But they also sent this, and I really want to try it. So I don't have a cream bronzer from them or like a cream contour from them. So we're just going to go straight in with concealer and then this blush, which is new for me, which I'm excited to try. First, let's apply this Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer. This is what it looks like. It's supposed to go really well with the foundation. This is 8-hour hydration. It's hyaluronic acid, waterproof, and it's a comfortable high coverage concealer with moisturizing Hydro Boost complex. It won't settle into fine lines. A fresh, even, soft matte finish. Covers under eye circles. It's long lasting and waterproof. And I love that applicator. My favorite kind of applicator. What color is this? This is in 10 Cool. I mean, that's looking really good so far. I love that this holds so much product in the tip. That way you're not dipping in and out. You get the most coverage possible. And it's like nice and satisfying. Like I have not dipped in yet and I'm able to do all of that, which is really great. Ooh, that looks really nice. I don't know if I've tried this actually. That is looking really good. Let's take it in the inner corner and on the lid. Just taking whatever is left and going kind of down the center of my face. We've got a blank canvas. No contour, nothing. Normally I contour before doing concealer, but we don't have like a cream bronzer or anything, so I just went with concealer. And now I'm gonna go in and try this. It's the new Catrice Velvet Pudding Blurring Blush in the shade Pink Parfait. Ooh, that looks so pretty. It seems like if, oh, look at that. I'm just gonna stamp it on the back of my hand. That is gonna be so pretty. So again, this is supposed to be, it smells so good. It's supposed to be a matte formula. We're just gonna dive in and apply it. That is so pigmented. I love that color. I know I just went in, but I love that color. I love how matte it is. I'm just stamping it on the back of my hand just so I don't have too much product when I first go in. It's so weird to look at myself without like bronzer or anything, but it's fine because we'll put on some powder bronzer here in just a few. But that is so pretty. I love that it's matte. It works really well with the foundation. And they do have under eye brighteners. I personally don't have very dark circles. I don't usually go in with under eye brighteners, but they do have these Instant Awake under eye brighteners in the pot. And then they also have the liquid versions. So if that's something you're looking for, they do have these for you. Like I said, I don't really go in with stuff like this. I just don't use them. But I do love a powder, okay? And they have the Catrice Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. They have light rose and warm nude. I'm gonna go in with light rose. I'm just gonna take a powder puff. Dab into that, take some on the back of my hand. It's looking really good. And we're just gonna set right underneath our eyes with this one. Underneath and on top. I don't know if it really brightens. I feel like it kind of darkened my concealer if I'm being honest, but it's very blurring. But they also have this Bright and Blur setting powder in soft pink in the big size. So this one's the under eye, this one's the big size. You almost feel like you could just get the big one and set everything, you know, because this is a soft pink. I mean, look at that. That looks fabulous. I think it looks so good. I mean, what do you think? I feel like it looks really good. I love that blush. The blush is so far one of my top favorite things. We're also gonna use the Catrice Butter Like Bronze and Contour Palette. So this is what it looks like. You have a more warm shade and then more of just like an ashier shade. Yeah, one's definitely more ashy, the other's more red toned. I feel like I would mix the two if I'm being honest, because this one's a little bit too red. This one I feel like could balance it out. I think we'll just mix them. And bronze up the face. Oh yeah. Okay, that was a little too ashy. All right, let me go in with a warmer tone. Okay, so just kidding. I went in with more of the warmer tone. This got super ashy too quickly. I do wish I had the cream underneath, because when you go in with like the cream products underneath, all you need is like a wash of powder on top. It just kind of helps making everything look a little bit more prominent. Also lasts a little bit longer in my opinion, because you're kind of just setting the cream with a powder color. If you use the cream products like a cream bronzer and a cream blush, you don't necessarily need the powder on top, because half the time it shows through. But I feel like that worked really well. To me, everything looks nice and blended, but I'm warmed up. Like I needed some warmth to my skin. All right, now when it comes to powder blush, I love Catrice and their face products, but these Soft Glam Baked Blushes are incredible. I think I'm gonna go in with Cheeky Coral today. They add such a gorgeous sheen to the skin. I love them so much. So I'm gonna apply this to my cheeks, and it's just gonna really make everything pop. Now I love these highlighters from them, but as you can see, I already had one completely break. When it was shipped to me, it was already kind of falling out and then it just completely fell out. But this color, so this is their Aura Glam Bouncy Highlighter in the shade Moonlit Sand. So beautiful. There's just a little bit left in here, so I'm gonna see if I can just make that work for my face today. Because this one's just a little bit too dark. This is in Whispering Gold. But the formula of these is so good. They're so smooth and beautiful. Like, look at that. They are so much fun to play with. Like I said, this gold is just way too gold for my liking. So if you're the same as me, then definitely try Moonlit Sand. But these, like, you cannot beat it for the price. They're so gorgeous. It's just so pretty. Like, that's a blinding highlight. Now I'm gonna go in and do my eyeshadow. This is the Catrice Blooming Bliss Slim Eyeshadow Palette. These are my kind of colors. Now I have not swatched these at all, so I'm really interested to see. There's a shade in here that's giving me the heebie-jeebies just because the way it looks. And it's this glossy berry, which I don't understand what this is. I mean, I know it's a glossy color, but ew, I don't know. Something about this glossy berry right here is grossing me out. It looks like there's cranberries in here. No, yeah, I don't like that. It's just like a glossy color. No. Ooh, that's pretty. Dark rose, violet. Okay, these are looking really nice. Let's do Moonflower. Moonflower. All right, these look pretty promising. So I'm gonna put these on. There's not really a transition color in there. I'm just gonna go in with this part of the bronzer and we'll just put that in the crease just to add a little bit of definition. A good transition color that's not too dark. Just need something a little bit lighter. Really fluff that in there. When in doubt, if there's not a transition color where you're like, yes, that's the move, just take your bronzer. Just take your bronzer and do it, because usually those are some of the best transition shades and it works for many different eye looks in my opinion. I am gonna take these makeup shields. I believe I got these from Five Below. They're so big, you just take one and split it down the middle, like cut it down the middle. So I'm just gonna take that and cut it. You can get them anywhere. You can get them from Amazon, you can get them from Temu, like whatever you want. This one has like 2 different layers. I just do that top layer right there and I put it on the back of my hand just to take off some of that stickiness, because they can be incredibly sticky and I just don't want to pull my eye with it. So I'm going to take this side and we're going to line it up, and they look pretty even to me. So we'll just start going in with all of our other eyeshadows. Dahlia, I think I'll go in with Dahlia. So this one's Dahlia right there. And we'll fluff that into the crease. Best part about these shadow shields is you don't have to worry too much about where you're placing stuff, because it just saves the day for you. You know what I mean? I feel like drugstore eyeshadows or just more affordable eyeshadows are always so hard to find. Like really good ones that blend well, have good pigmentation, but just like look pretty on the eyes. This one's working really well, but it's always the most difficult challenge I feel like when it comes to drugstore makeup, because you want ones that are going to blend really easily. Like Natasha Denona eyeshadows blend like a friggin' dream. I could close my eyes and blend those suckers out. Over the years I've tried finding drugstore ones that would work really well for me, and it's just been difficult. I don't know what it is, but they're usually never pigmented enough, or they just like kind of blend away. Like they could look really pretty when you swatch them, but they just blend away. This one's looking beautiful. I'm not talking about this one. All right, I'm going to go in with Violet. I'm just saying, like, you know, the common issue with a lot of drugstore eyeshadows is that they just don't last and they don't have really great pigmentation, but this one is actually doing very well. Now I'm going to go in with a really flat, dense brush like this. This is the Morphe M432, going in with Colibri? I don't know, that dark shade right there. I do wish there was a little bit of a darker shade, like something a little bit more intense, but this is all we got, which is fine. It looks like it's gonna work for us. And I'm just gonna do an eyeshadow liner situation. I think I'll just use my finger with Jasmine. Okay, so this one's Jasmine right here. And I'm just going to, I like a lot of fallout, hold on. Do that right in here. Ooh, that looks so nice. Only problem is with my nails, I can't get right in the inner corner. I have to take a brush in there. Ooh, but that, it like up close, that looks so pretty. Like, look at that. That makes everything so much easier when you have these shadow shields. Now we have 2 different mascaras to try. So I have the Hyper Lash Mascara from Catrice, and I also have their Tubing stay in place. Now, I will be first to tell you, I'm not a huge tubing mascara kind of girl. I just don't care for like the tubing effect. I know a lot of people love it though. So we'll just see what it looks like. I'm gonna first start with the Hyper Lash. Ooh, that looks like my kind of brush. I like just those old school fat brushes, you know, that just give you all the volume. Top is the tubing brush, bottom is the Hyper Lash. I'm gonna go in with the Hyper Lash first. In my last video, I tried a new one from Lancome and I have been using it every day ever since I posted that video. Like, I love that mascara now. It's one of my favorites and it lasts all day, but that's definitely over $10. I'm not using it in today's video. This one's looking okay. Not super volumizing, but maybe we could build it up just like a little bit more. It does look good. I feel like it could be more black, but otherwise, I mean, it does look good. It kind of just looks like Demi Wispies from Ardell. On this side, we'll use the tubing mascara. I definitely think the bristles on this one are really grabbing the lashes just a little bit more, like right at the base, which is nice. The other one's just a little bit fat, so it's kind of hard to get right to your lower lash line without poking your eyeball out. There you have it, tubing mascara. The other one, I forget its name already. All right, I do have a Catrice Cosmetics brow pencil. This one is the Slimatic Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in the shade Medium. And it has spoolie on one end, the product on the other. So I'm going to quickly do this because you guys know how I feel about brows. This is very nice. I need to use a lighter one here in the inner part of my brow. But I could see myself going through this so quickly. It is very creamy. Brows are on. I'm never a fan of brows. I'm never a fan of my brows, but you know, we get through it. Okay, we get it done. Now I'm gonna go in with this 20-Hour Ultra Precision Gel Eye Pencil. This one's actually in the shade Brownie. It's just a brown color, but I'm gonna apply it to my upper waterline. Really makes the brown eyes pop. All right, now I'm gonna go back in with this small defined brush. I think I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade we used for our eyeliner, which was Coldberry, and push this up against my waterline as close to the lash line as possible. Also kind of connecting it to that outer wing. Taking a pencil brush, this one's just a Morphe M431. I'm gonna go in with the bronzer that I used as like my transition shade, and I'm gonna blend out that line we just put on. Now we're gonna go in with a lip liner. This is their plumping lip liner in the shade Polite Rebellion. I wanna show you what it looks like. How pretty is that color? Polite Rebellion. They did come out with some other lip liners. I shared it in a couple videos ago. I will leave it linked right here. I was trying out new makeup. I have it in there, but I wanna use this one because I have not used this yet. Incredibly creamy. I know some people don't love a creamy lip liner because they don't last all day, but I feel like this is definitely starting to tingle. This reminds me of the Too Faced ones. You guys know what I'm talking about, the Too Faced plumping lip liner? Anyways, I love a creamy lip liner. Sometimes they do last all day, like the Freck ones last all day for me, but I just love that I could either do it as a full lip product, blend it out, whatever, you get what I'm saying. I'm gonna top it with this, which is one of their newest products that they came out with. It's the Catrice Fuller Supreme Lip Gloss. This one's in the shade Fairy Tale Filter. This is in the shade Fairy Tale Filter. Blend it out a little bit. Just so it's not like a harsh pink, but that looks so beautiful. Ooh, I love that color combo. That's really pretty. Like once you blend it out just a little bit with your finger, I love that, because if you don't blend it out, it looks a little bit lighter of a pink and kind of takes away from the darker color we put on, but blending a little bit with your finger, absolutely, that's gorgeous. But I will say, everything about this look looks so good for nothing being over $10. I think my favorite thing, shockingly, is all of the base products, like the blush. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong with any of their blushes. Any of their face products, I feel like you cannot go wrong with. The powder, the foundation, the concealer, the primer has worked out really well for me. I feel like everything just looks so good. I mean, the mascara is good. The brow product is really good. I just need a lighter shade for the inner corner of my brow. I'm just very impressed, and I really like the way that this turned out. So let me know what you guys thought down below in the comments. If you have any favorite Catrice products, definitely let me know. I'm so interested to hear. I'll put everything I use down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.